The SIG P365, is that the king of conceal carry? 10 rounds, you know?
Peasant. This is the king. Oh, sorry, I thought it stopped at 10, but it doesn't. It's got 17.
What is that? What is it?
The X Macro, baby.
The X Macro by SIG. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everybody. Clint here today with Classic Firearms. We've got Katie back with us.
How's it going, guys?
We're out here at Take Aim Training and Range, and yes, we've got the new SIG P365 X Macro. So it's kind of like that subcompact grew up a little bit. It is now the in-between of your 320 and that 365 that you like to conceal carry, and yeah, it's a great gun. But what really sets this gun apart is, well, it's got some pretty awesome features right out of the box, and the biggest thing is its capacity. 17 rounds plus one in the chamber. I mean, that is impressive, especially for a gun that's actually smaller than the Glock 19, which, you know, 15, but also you can throw other mags in there. But I mean, it's spicy. I haven't even shot it yet. Katie got the first rounds through it, so what were your thoughts?
Oh.
Yeah?
Dude. So I have the 365 and I already like it.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot of recoil because it's tiny.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know if it's just because they made the capacity longer, so the grip's longer, but the balance just seems so much.
It's where you want it.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things too that I believe, because you'll also notice on this guy, it's got a built-in comp into the slide. So the barrel ends pretty much right where the front sight is, and then just after that is your comped slide. And because of that, you have those escaping gases that are now being thrown up and pretty much in front of the gun and on top of it, so that'll force your muzzle down a little bit. So I'm pretty excited to shoot this, so
I'll step out of your way, Pat.
yeah, let's try it. All right, first shots. Yeah, that's pretty nice. that is pretty cool. So, you know, it's like a soft snap, right? It's still a little snappy because it's still a little short-barreled guy, but I feel like my sight picture is just right where I left off. The trigger on it is fine. I mean, it's just a standard 365 trigger as far as I can tell. We'll go ahead and show that off really quick. But there it is. You got just a little bit of take up before you hit an obvious wall. Apply a little bit more pressure, and away it goes. Reset, nice and short. So that feels pretty good. You know, we've done a lot of conceal carry comparisons.
Yeah.
And if you stay tuned a little bit later in this video, we're going to compare it to some other, the 365 you saw at the intro, the 320, M18. So just to get a feel for it. But the capacity in such a slim gun is what's really setting this apart for me. So 17 rounds. You do have the forward slide serrations. I'm a press checker, so I appreciate that. You do have the integrated night sights on this with a larger front sight right up front, so it really picks up natural to me. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you've got Picatinny rail here, not just an accessory rail that's proprietary or anything like that, unlike some other SIG more compact models. So that's pretty nice that you actually have a Picatinny rail. However, I'll try it, but I don't think you're gonna fit like a full-size light on this guy. The Streamlight TLR7, TLR8, those things will run on it. But if you try to throw on like an X300 or a TLR1, I don't think that's gonna happen for you.
But that also defeats the purpose of the concealed carry because it's more chance it's gonna snag on something.
Right, yeah, I mean, if you look at like the 320 here, I mean, if you were to throw that X300, by the way, yes, my gun is very dirty. I actually run it, so. But yeah, if you were to try to throw that light onto the X Macro, that would just be ridiculous, so I understand that. Anyway, red dot capable. You've got the cut right up top, and I think this is probably, I've already called Alpha Omega. I'm getting a holster for it, like.
Shocker.
So right now I was gonna go ahead and, you know, pimp it out, throw on the TLR7 and a red dot. I haven't decided which red dot I want to go with. It's probably gonna have to be a SIG red dot though, maybe the Romeo Zero or whatever it is. So that way, hopefully, I can get a co-witness because I really do like these sights. And the red dot sights that SIG makes, they're fine. I don't think there's anything like super fantastic about them, but hey, they work. And for that close quarters type engagement that you would, when I say close quarters, I mean like from where me and Katie are right now, that's typically what you look at in a concealed carry use. So this might be a little much for concealed carry, but at the same time, if it's my life, I'm cool with it, you know? Like, I'm still gonna run that, and again, the capacity is what really gets me happy about that. So
I'm actually just super excited to get some new holsters in, because we don't have any holsters for that yet.
Not
so
yet.
I'm super excited to get a couple of those in and try it and see.
Nope, I am as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and just load up another really quick and just run a couple more. I'll run this one kind of slow just so you guys can see that type of recoil we have on it here. Yep, feels pretty good. Controls are easy to manipulate, even though they're nice low profile, like you see that on the slide. Didn't know if I was gonna be able to hit that okay, and I do like the fact that it's kind of out of the way for me, because one thing I struggle with, even on my full-size 320, notice the slide release where that's at on this guy? One thing I notice is that sometimes I will take my weak hand thumb and kind of rest that right on top of where my slide release is, and if I'm not paying attention on that last round, I get a click because, well, the slide didn't lock back because I'm sitting there riding it. But instead, I'm kind of riding the takedown lever instead, so it feels pretty good to me. Katie, do you have another mag over there? Of course you do. All right, let's just go ahead and do a couple reps here together. Let's just alternate between 1, 2, 3. You take your pick, and let's just shoot some and see. Let's just have some fun. Go for it. All right, another thing, really quick, because I can't remember if you talked about it or not in your full size for women, racking the slide.
Yes.
How did that feel on a fully loaded mag? Because I know sometimes I can
let it go.
What's that?
I already had a lock back.
Oh, all right, fair enough. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. My bad.
I play smarter, not harder.
Smart. All right, let's do this. Go for a couple shots. I like this gun.
It's super smooth.
I really like this gun.
To be so like little,
yeah,
it's super smooth.
Yeah, so let's take this back to the bench. Let's talk about it a little bit more, and let's compare it to maybe its big brother and little sister. Sound good to you guys? Sounds good to us. Let's go do it. So the 365X Macro is a pretty freaking cool gun, at least in my book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So how does it stand up to, or let's compare it to maybe its little guys like the 365 XL and the standard 365, and also the 320 or M18, which is more of the 320C. So what Katie has right now is the original 365, 10 round magazine, right? Mm-hmm. And this is your everyday concealed carry.
Yes, sir.
And you do like it.
I do.
But it is limited by its capacity.
It is,
yes. Granted, it's not as bad as some other guns. I mean, like the 938 doesn't have quite the capacity that SIG makes, and it's also a little bit larger of a gun. It's not polymer, it's metal, so it's a little bit heavier, but it is a nice gun. Same as the, they have the 938, they have the 238, which I do believe is the 380, so they got different options. But as far as this guy goes, one thing that I can appreciate about it is the fact that it does come with an extended base plate that doesn't give you any more as far as capacity goes, but it does at least allow you to prevent that pinky overhang that I have very close right now. With the magazine inserted, I have as close to a full grip as possible, but you can still see there's quite a bit of meat there that's overhanging. With the pinky extension, that is a lot more comfortable for me. Definitely like that. Okay, now what you will notice too, and I think you've noticed this, what would you say is the recoil in comparison from this gun to the Macro?
A lot.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
So a little bit more snappy. It's a little bit shorter of a gun, smaller of a gun, lighter of a gun. So therefore all of that is going to play a part in having that felt recoil. And then the Macro also features, as we've already talked about, the built-in slide compensation, which I've already talked about how that works. So nice. Okay. However, again, there's compromises all over the place, right? If capacity is the name of the game and that's what you want to go with, then obviously the 365X Macro is what you want. If you want to go for the ultimate discretion and you want to go as concealed as possible, then the standard 365 is probably all you need. And of course, there's a little happy middle ground there with the 365 XL. So you have options, put it that way.
But when it comes to the XL, now that they have this,
Yeah.
I don't really feel like there's place for it anymore.
You don't think so?
No.
I can see where you're coming from.
This, okay. So we're just gonna put these together.
Okay.
They're the exact same width, and the length is barely anything at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I mean, look at that. There's hardly any difference. You have like half an inch.
Yeah.
But, I mean, be serious. I mean, the barrels, even look at the barrels. Like, they're the same.
Well,
like the same.
Not exactly the same.
But what I'm saying is
the 365 XL does have a little bit longer barrel because of the compensation of the macro.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the overall width
Oh, I see. Okay.
is the same. Here, let me put these down. And you can tell for sure. Sorry, guys. See? The overall width, they are basically the same if I can get them to line up even.
There you go. So
overall,
other than having a little bit shorter grip on the XL, okay, maybe.
But,
Let us know what you guys
but what's
think.
the mag difference?
Well, so you've got what, 12?
Mm-hmm.
So 12 compared to 17.
I think I would take the half an inch.
So, I mean, you let us know what you guys think about that. Do you think the XL has a place anymore now that the macro is out there and offering some pretty awesome features? And like I said, this also has the optics cut right up top. It'll do like the RMS, RMSC, and those types of footprints and everything, the Romeo Zero. So all of that will fit. I think even it fits the Delta Point Pro, but that's a big optic to throw on more of a compact gun like this. But again, I am very impressed with its size and that 17 round capacity. Keep in mind, you're getting that same, what are you gonna say?
So I was curious. I think these are all the same width, right? The grip itself is the same.
Yeah, all the grips feel the same, except you just have a little bit longer.
I was trying to see if one of them was thicker than the other, because a lot of times when they go up a size, they'll make the grip just a little bit bigger.
Well, this one you can also change the back strap on it, because so this one right now has the medium strap on it. It comes with a slimmer strap and also a larger strap, so it depends on your hand size. So that's also a really nice feature that I know somebody like you might really appreciate as well. Yeah. So again, the medium size for me feels great. You know, I'm not touching right back here. Right. And I haven't tried concealing it yet, which might be, dude, I've been concealing like a full-size Glock 19, well, full-size, but a Glock 19 for quite some time. Yeah. This is going to be easier than that, and I get 2 more rounds in the magazine. This is, in my mind, quite the game changer. But you're also looking at the 320. You got a 17 round mag that comes with the 320. This is the 320C or the M18, the the Marine Corps adaptation of the 320C. And honestly, I mean, I love the way this gun shoots. It's a little bit thicker. It's not made for that ultra discreet concealed carry or anything like that. It's just made to be a good combat handgun with a little bit shorter barrel on it. So kind of like your your Glock 45 or the 19X type of similarities. But ultimately, same mag capacity that it comes with, except you do also get the 21 round mags. I think you get 2 of these in the box with this guy. So you do get that extension, which as you can see right here, that's exactly what that looks like. Cool. Easy enough.
Are these the same type of mag?
So no, this mag, the 320 mag, will not work inside of the X Macro because, well, that ain't gonna happen, right? And no, it's not gonna happen either. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a 365 mag, not a 320 mag, so I can throw that guy in there, and it might look like it. In fact, it picks up a little bit, but no. And even with that,
it's just me being curious, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but even that, it's too short to actually load.
Well, I knew that one would.
So, that's all there is to it. But, I mean, if you want to hand me your 365...
I don't think it works.
You don't think it works?
No.
You don't think so? Because I think it works.
Oh, okay, maybe it does.
So, there you have it. So, again, if you have the 365 already and you want an extendo, you could run that if that's what you so choose. So, anyway... Overall, I think this is a fantastic gun. I think we'll probably come back to like maybe a part 2 once I get my holster for it. We've been in contact with Felster, Alpha Omega. We'll probably hit up Secret Squirrel. We might hit up a couple of people just to try out different ones and see which ones we like the best. If you'd like to see maybe a holster comparison like that, let me know down in the comments. But also, I'm going to kit this out probably with the TLR7. Probably one of the Shield Optics red dots. Why are you making that face?
Because you always take things that are made for concealed carry and then make them snaggable.
Snaggable. Okay, but we saw in...
You know, that's fine, that's fine. You put a light and you put a red dot on it, that's my winter gun. I'll stick to this in the summer and that in the winter. Okay, all right, I'm picking up what you're saying. I mean, yeah, to each their own, right? But I like having a weapon-mounted light, and I really, really am a red dot guy. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're gonna be able to find the red dot when someone's standing right there. When you're probably gonna be shooting from your hip when someone's trying to.
You don't know what the situation might be. We've done this so many times. We've done the hostage drills and everything else. Okay. You just never know, Katie.
You never know.
And on top of that, who's to say that, you know, look, all I know is I can get faster target acquisition with my red dot. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. Can I do me?
Sure, pal. Whatever you want.
You guys let me know. Do you prefer red dotting your concealed carry pistol, a weapon-mounted light, or do you not? Right? I guess it really depends, because if I'm wearing like a suit or something, or I'm trying to be Eli and rocking a 1911, like who does that? Weird. Then, you know, sure, I might want something a little bit more compact.
Can I just jump in? Because he would be like, he would say a real man. Right now.
Absolutely.
Eli would say a real man.
I rock
with hair on my chest. I rock a 1911 in a suit. That's what Eli would say. Probably a little bit more sophisticated than that.
I doubt it. Have you heard that man talk? Anyway.
He uses big words. Stop.
The 365X macro. I think this is an absolute game changer for the concealed carry market.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is an absolute game changer for the concealed carry market. Again, you've got the RMS, RMSC footprint. You've got the Picatinny rail underneath. You've got the compensation, 17-round magazine, the flat-face SIG P365 trigger, which you've already showed this off. Slide serrations right up front, which is good for a guy like me because I am a press checker. The slide release is actually easy to manipulate, even though it is such a low-profile thing. It was easy for me to drop the slide, lock it back when I need to, and rock and roll. And with that, the overall ergonomics and shooting of this gun, very, very comfortable. Would you agree or have any other points?
Oh no, I definitely agree with you on this.
Yeah? This is like the first. All right. Now, the only thing is that I'm kind of surprised at is, and I'm only going to assume it's going to come in later models, is an ambidextrous slide release. And I'm assuming probably you can, you definitely can switch that out. And
I would say you can probably switch both of them out.
Yeah. I don't think you could switch out the slide release. That's where you're...
Oh.
No.
Who needs serial number? Kidding, guys. Kidding.
You got a Dremel for a reason. All right, anyway, so there's all sorts of things out there that I think, or all sorts of things about this gun that I really, really like. And Katie and I think have done a pretty good job hitting on that. So let us know if you guys are as excited as we are for it. The only thing that might hinder this thing's success, which is probably its price point, right? I mean, you're starting to reach to that $1,000 price point, but you're still a couple $100 short of that MSRP and where you might find it. So it's kind of like, okay, but everything that you're getting for it, and I'll be honest with you, this is probably gonna be my new concealed carry gun.
Yeah. Listen, price point doesn't matter when you sell your Glocks, and buy it.